Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeanette Mejias, and we are Web's Women.
where exposure brings strength. Hi.
Yeah, sister. Hey, what's going on?
What is going on? What is going on? It's an evening recording tonight. Evening recording. Preparing for the TOMORROW. Did I even spell that?
Oh my God.
I know. Listen, I'm losing it today.
Oh
Losing it.
my God. This is how we're
This is how
arriving.
we
This is how we're arriving.
roll. That's going to be the song that I play on social media with us. This is how
Okay.
we roll. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what I'm putting on my track, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, happy Wednesday Eve, right?
Yeah.
Is it Wednesday Eve?
It's yes, Wednesday Eve, right? Yeah. We are definitely out of
We obviously cannot
it.
record at this time because
It I don't know about you, but this week for me, last week was the same. By Tuesday, I felt like this should be Friday. It's been a shit show and it's
uh
over now. And that's how I feel for the last 2 days. It's a
well
shit show and now my week's over.
I have to tell you, I think you're not alone. I think everyone feels that way. I Couple of things. So I'm not a typical allergy sufferer, but
Mm.
totally feeling the allergies. Watery eyes and a lot more tired, and I'm still haven't adjusted with the daylight savings nonsense. And I kind of feel like this is Monday number two. I feel like it's just Monday all week. It's tomorrow's Monday number three,
Mhm.
Thursday's Monday number four, then
Yeah.
it's Friday, then it's Saturday, then it's Monday Eve. It's pre Monday Eve. Like, I just feel it's been the longest
I can't
Monday.
get away from
It's the
Monday.
longest Monday of the month. I just feel everything is just crazy and nuts. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the
Listen,
season,
I
but
just told my boss, I told my boss yesterday, I was like, listen, I'm taking off April 1st. This is not a joke. This is not an April Fool's. Like, I will not be here. I was like, that's a
yeah, that's
Monday and I will
considered
not
that's
be here.
considered oh, I had a little accent there. Did you hear that? I
No.
was like, consider.
Consider.
Let's consider. Considered Easter Monday. So it is a holiday.
Not
Reality.
for the work world, you know.
Yeah, no, I
It's a
know. Not for the
religious
work.
holiday, so it's not celebrated.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it is by me. So Monday I'm off. And I'm
That's all
off
that
the following
matters.
Monday. I'm like every Monday I'm taking off from here on in. So,
Hey, man.
right.
Why not?
I was like, this
You'll
is not an
probably be
April
having
Fool's.
a very productive week by doing that. So, what's going on? We are now still in March,
We're still
ironically.
in March. Yeah.
Still in
Yeah.
March. We have a couple of days left until the month leaves us.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. I feel
it,
like
it's
I
been
feel like
busy.
this
What's
whole
what have you been up to?
no, I feel like I've been taking a complete time out from life. Like I am content with what I've been doing and taking a time out from stuff. Like
Yeah.
I took a complete time out from doing anything to be honest. And I'm doing nothing. I am unapologetically me right now and I am
Oh, okay
doing my
now.
own thing.
All right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
No.
Nothing wrong
You
with
know
that.
what? I think there's a lot to be said when you kind of just step back, do not. I mean, I when I say do nothing, I mean I go to work and I do what I have to do for my child and my animal. But other than that, I've been staying away from everything that I wasn't even involved in. I've been
Mm,
staying away from doing things that I was doing before, going places that I was going. I just have really kind of been sticking to me, working on me,
mm.
doing my own thing.
I like
That's it.
that.
Alone. And I like it.
Alone is
And I
good.
like it.
Alone is
And
good.
alone. I don't know why I keep
Mm.
doing that.
Andrew's winking, by the way, just to give everybody a visual. And she likes it. Wink, wink. Speaking of Alone, there is this movie on Netflix actually called Alone.
Oh.
And it's kind of creepy vibes movie, but if
Mm.
you're into those kind of creepy kind of movies, I recommend that. And the last time we were on air, I talked about Jennifer Lopez documentary that she
I
recently
still
did.
I still haven't
Oh,
seen
okay.
that.
I thought you were gonna watch it.
I
Well,
was.
interestingly enough, um, my feed, I guess everybody's, when I watch reels all the time because they're entertaining. And I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
based on what you watch or share, it kind of like gets like the vibe of, I don't know, algorithm, whatever it is.
Hmm.
And what's been populating in my reels a lot lately is a lot of hatred towards Jennifer Lopez on that documentary from folks from the Bronx trying to say she's
Mm.
trying to act relatable, keep us out of your mouth. I mean, say all kinds of stuff.
Mm.
And I'm not like this. I mean, I like Jennifer Lopez. I don't have, I think she's fabulous. She's done well for herself, but I think like the Puerto Rican community, and I'm going to speak to that as being Puerto Rican myself. You need to just like lay off this chick. She doesn't owe us, the community,
Mm.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's living her life. It doesn't matter what your opinions are. Her girlfriend is still banking billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why do you think that your comment is going to carry some kind of gravity? And it's just a shame that people have this underlying hatred, whether she's, like
Yeah.
you see this so much, not only just in a celebrity point, but you see it towards like, you know, between civilians, so just
Mm-hmm.
everyday people.
Listen, it
It
is.
is
You
so terrible. Like the
because
hate is
here's
so
why.
real.
Yeah, because here's why. You have success, okay, in anything. It doesn't matter what you do. You have success, and everyone looks at you like, who the fuck do they think they are? And then they start down a rabbit hole of
Yeah.
their perception of who you are, how you live, what you do, how you speak. And that's why when I wrote my book and I put all of my acknowledgments in there,
Yeah.
for everybody, my brother looked at me and he was like, "Did you really write that?" And I was like, "Yes, I fucking did." Because it says in there, and to all the people that didn't belong in my space or that I've allowed in my space that shouldn't have been there, a big fuck you. Because honestly,
Hey.
like, here's how I feel with her. She, for her whole life, since she's been young and singing and everything else, like, she's still who she is to her core. But you, as a person, as a human, right? You can't help but when people are constantly throwing jabs at you or you're dodging bullets every 5 seconds with that
Yeah.
negative banter, who in their right mind isn't going to say, F you, you're a pain in my ass, shut up? Honestly, she doesn't even say that. If it was me, I can't imagine my kids, right, trying to live under my umbrella, right? And then
Mhm.
have what they have going on, and then have people coming at me. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're coming at her kids. Like, there's coming at the husband. They're coming at her husband's ex-wife. Like, it's
Right.
just
I
out
mean,
of
like,
control.
who are
Get out of here.
you? Are you like the ethnicity police? Who are you to say she's not ethnic enough? She ain't Bronx enough.
Mm.
She ain't Latin enough. Just like pump the
Right.
brakes, shut up, and do
Right.
something with your life. If you're spending that much time on first of all, on a celebrity
Mm-hmm.
who clearly doesn't even like, she'll never see that reel. It'll never populate anywhere
Mm-hmm.
in her because she has people that protect her from that stupidity. So it's like
Yep.
it's going
Yeah.
nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, come on.
But
And I'm
these
like,
people
why
that
is
are
this
doing
coming up
this,
on my
they have their own stories. They've lived a
yeah.
certain lifestyle, whatever it was. You know what I mean? They were raised by
Yeah.
however they were raised. And they have their own story too. And nobody's knocking them for
But the
their
thing
story.
is,
Just leave it alone.
don't get pissed when people get themselves out of, they're not a product of their environment.
Right.
And then a lot of times,
Mhm.
there are people that come from the hood or whatever, or, they're from an urban area and they're mad, to your point, that this person got themselves out of that and gained some form of success.
Listen, people are
Whether,
pissed off whether you're in an urban neighborhood, whether you're in an upper
yeah,
class, whether you're in a gated community. It doesn't matter where you're at. You are
people
getting People
are
are constantly
broken.
ridiculing people,
Yeah, people
constantly.
are broken. There's a lot of broken people.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't know. I mean, I think that all of this has existed forever, but it's just so profound.
It's
And I don't
worse.
know
It's
if
getting
it,
worse. Yeah.
yeah, it's getting worse. And I feel like the people that behave this way, it's like the rise of the crazies, the rise of the toxic people. Like,
The
it's like
rise.
the rise, right? The rise. These people are up and rising. It's like, wait a minute.
Rising
Like,
up. Oh gosh, I have to
eh,
stop singing.
oh God. Yes. If you are a record producer,
Oh gosh.
please check
It's
out Andrea's little jingles from the beginning of us podcasting. It all started in, I don't know, early episodes.
you say something and it triggers me. I don't know, but
Well, I'm glad that you're able to put out a tune. Lord knows I don't have anything in me to blast out.
but no, you're right. You're right with these
Oh,
people. They are
oh
right.
goodness
They're coming out of the
gracious.
woodwork to, I think here's okay, I'm just going to call it like I see it. People have so much to say about other people because they are not okay within themselves.
Mhm.
Nobody lashes out at people. Nobody talks shit about people unless you are not comfortable in your own skin. And I don't care who you are. If you sit there and say, I'm comfortable in my own skin, but so and so and so and so and so, no, you're not. You're not. You're an angry person. Okay. You're not. You got something going on. Figure out what it is because it's deflection. It's all
Yeah.
deflection. And
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
sad because nobody does really want to work on themselves. They don't want to go back to
No.
how they were raised, where they came from, what their dynamic was in their family, what losses they've had, what gains they've had, success, failures, you know what I mean? Marriage, divorce, you know what I mean? Kids, losing children, losing family members, losing animals. Like nobody just, I will tell you, like, even for myself, like I just had a whole conversation the other day with someone about, I think I didn't realize it then, and it's only a couple months ago. I didn't realize in no like what the effects I would it would cause for me when Hero died, when my dog died. It was out of nowhere. It happened one morning. I woke up and all of a sudden that was it. And so I was not prepared for that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then all these months have gone by. I have eaten my feelings and all
Mm,
of my emotions. I have become an introvert completely. Like I look back now, but I didn't realize this was happening in November and December because the holidays, my other, my child, then my other dog was sick, and all
mm-hmm.
these things were going on, right? And it was like this. I didn't lash out at anybody else, okay? But if I did, I'd have to. Which, well, I did kind of lash out, and it would my stepmother ends up feeling the brunt of half the stuff because I just unload. And when I mean
Mm,
unload, I'm like blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, okay. I'm like, okay, you gotta go? Great. Right. And so, but
mhm,
I said to her, I feel like I went back and I had to process everything I just went through in my head, right? And in my heart, and recognize that these things have occurred
mhm,
even though I know I lashed out at her, and I know, and I brought that to her attention that I'm aware of it,
mhm.
that I was an asshole when I said certain things, and it wasn't directed at her. It was
Yeah.
because of what was going on with me. But I had to go back and figure that out. Okay. And I did that. But most people don't. They don't look back to see what happened that caused them to do or say or be a certain way. So they end up doing, saying, being,
Yeah.
and hurting whoever they hurt along the way, not giving a crap, or saying miscellaneous shit that is not going to get anywhere about a celebrity because
Oh,
you
I
have
don't know.
anger
It's like
issues.
grow up,
You
get a
know what I mean?
life.
But I mean, I think people do.
Yeah.
You're angry within yourself if you have to lash out at other people. That's
Mm,
all,
yeah, and,
and it
and
happens.
and you want to be seen, but that's not a way to be seen, right? People just
Right,
are
right.
stacking their bullshit feelings. They're projecting their bullshit
Right,
feelings,
right. Nobody
you
looks within
know.
themselves. It's a problem. It's a huge
Yeah.
problem.
And yeah, I mean, I
And
agree.
people will say, "Oh, I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me, right? I have nothing. I got my shit together. I got my head straight." Oh yeah. Well, you don't if you don't act right towards others. Period. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you say, what you do. If you don't act right towards other people, then there's something wrong with you. That's all.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple to me, but I don't know.
Yeah. I was just like,
There's other reasons why
I had to
people do
take a
what they
break
do.
from the scroll. I'm like, okay, this shit's coming up 20 times. And
Yeah, I
what
can't
is
watch
wrong with
that.
people? Like, I
I don't.
mean, obviously I didn't watch the whole full thing, but I was just like,
Hmm.
all right, moving
Yeah.
on next.
I just can't. I can't really listen to people being so like judgmental of
Yeah.
others. I
Yeah.
just can't deal with it. I don't
Yeah.
know if it annoys me. It just I can't. I can't like. I can't even take someone seriously.
Mm.
Like I can't listen to it and then really think like, oh, like I don't think I could have listened to that whole thing and then try to think like, oh, well, maybe she, doesn't get it, or maybe, she's from the Bronx, but she's not really from the Bronx, or like who
I mean,
I don't.
it was so funny. She was like, like within like a half a minute, like blurt out all this stuff, like, no one does this. Your hair didn't look like that in high school. And I'm like,
Mhm.
really? Oh,
It's
because
just
you went to the same high school as her? You had the same teacher, you were in the same class. Like, okay. And even if that's the case, maybe it was the case. Nobody cares.
no, nobody gives a
I
shit
mean,
what
clearly she's
you're.
trying to up her, I don't know, views. I don't know what that does for people
Yeah.
with, the reels, but
I'm sure
anyhow.
some people do follow it too. I'm
Yeah,
sure people
yeah,
are
yeah.
like, yeah, let's get
Let's
on board this
band
train.
together and
Right. Let's get on this train and let's all be angry together.
I
Yay.
know. So crazy. It is crazy. But on another note, and it's been circulating all over the news. I'd be remiss not to even like touch on it. What an upsetting and um tragic news this morning with the Baltimore that bridge collapsing. I mean,
Mm,
I know a
yeah.
ship headed. It's just watching that on TV. It just I was like in tears because it just seeing that go in the water like within seconds just gave me like I know it wasn't 911, and it but it gave me those vibes in watching something just go down in that
Hmm.
way. So just keeping, those in my
Yeah.
prayers that have been affected by that, and those people that were on the bridge. They did say they cover, I think, two people out of the water, one who was very
Mm-hmm.
severely injured, still
Mm-hmm.
looking for others. So
Yeah.
just terrible.
It is horrible.
And
It
it just
is.
goes
It's
to show
terrible.
you that life is too short
It is. And anything can happen at any time,
at
you know?
any given
And
time.
that actually is one of the territories that I call on
Mm.
for work. And so my partner, who's in the field, he lives there.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I talked to him today and he's like, my father, he drove over that bridge every single day
A
for
lot of
years.
people,
And
yeah,
I
drive
and
through that
immediately,
bridge.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
was early. So like there wasn't a lot of information out when I talked to him. And I was like,
Right.
what time did it happen? He was like 1:30 in the morning. So I was like, well, at least, I mean, I know that sounds
I
terrible,
know,
but
but
there could have been more people on that bridge.
oh, sure.
And oh gosh,
Absolutely. It's very
just
sad.
terrible, terrible,
Very
terrible,
sad.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had Ray on with us, and he actually had a friend that has, I think, a family member that was one of the workers on the bridge.
Are you serious? Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. He posted it. I saw it.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Sad.
Yeah. So it's just sad. It never,
Yeah,
terrible, terrible, terrible,
it
terrible.
is. It is. It is.
But I don't even know what to say after that.
No, I know. I just wanted to, acknowledge it because it's current news. It happened today, and I don't want to not, mention it because it's. I mean, it definitely was very impactful to see that in the morning on the news. It was very sad
It was everywhere too.
everywhere. Yeah, it's because it's. And then just watching that replay over and over again, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, no.
I can't even
And over and
imagine.
over. And yeah,
Oh,
it's, there's another, well, I'll bring this up too, because,
yeah.
you to watch that video and then, then you start reading all the comments. Why didn't they throw the anchor down? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do immediately? It's
Oh well, yeah.
down a rabbit
People
hole. But
got all the
again,
answers.
people judging when they don't even know,
Right.
what was
Yeah.
happening, or you weren't there, you don't know, wait and see, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
then you
I
hear a
just like,
bunch, but people just down this whole
I just think I don't even know what to think, to be quite honest. I mean, um,
about
there's
people, about this.
everything, just
Mm,
everything, like just all the current events, people are being bold and breaking into people's homes during the day, stealing their damn cars, going in broad daylight, trying to just steal a car while a person's trying to get in it. I mean, these are the things that is broadcasted day to day, and no one's cracking down on these punks who are doing that. And I'm like, this is happening more and more because there's nothing in place to um, give consequences. Um, you know, it's just crazy. It's just
yeah,
crazy. It's just,
it's just going to get worse. So
yeah, yeah, it's just
buckle up.
nuts. I know. I know it. Well, this is the last recording for the month because the
Hmm.
month is ending, as we know. It's been, despite of all that we've highlighted, it's been a great month, as we know. March has been a celebration of women, although women
Hmm.
are celebrated every day of the year. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
I will end it on a positive note. I was fortunate enough to make my way through the Women's Warrior Collab brunch uh,
I
on
saw that.
Sunday.
I saw that. You are with so many amazing
Yeah,
women.
the vibe was great. I mean, I got there. Um, I caught half of it. It was a 12 to 4 event, but I didn't get there till after 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but not either way, it was fantastic. I felt it was a good way to kickstart my week. And,
Hmm.
I always say when you surround yourself with people that their energy is
Hmm.
higher than yours, your
Hmm.
energy, you're gonna instantly vibrate.
They
So the
raise your
mess, yeah,
vibration.
they
Yep,
do.
for
So
sure.
for those who are on low frequency and um, you know, I always say yes to invitations of networking, even if you're like, I have nothing in common. Why would I go? I don't feel like it.
Hmm.
Sometimes, going to an event, you might hear something that could change your life. It could be, someone's story is your survival. Um, it's your survivor kit. It's
Hmm.
something for you to move forward. Yeah, it was really great. And I actually was not going to go because I had a lot of obstacles, hence why I arrived almost 2.5 hours late to the event.
Hmm.
Many obstacles that I could have just been like, you know what? I'm not going. But I was like, nope, nope, I'm going to push through it. I'm going to just get myself out of the house. And whatever I catch, it'll be for me. And I'm glad I did it. Um,
Yeah.
so So I would say as the month is drawing to a quick close, um, do something, and this message is for women. Sorry, gentlemen who are listening in, but it is Women's History Month, so we have to focus on that for a minute. If you have not done anything for yourself, do whatever it is that brings you joy. I certainly can't say what that is. Um,
Hmm.
but
Are you telling me to get out of my house?
yeah, get out. Get
Leave your house.
leave your house, go get a massage,
Maybe I'll go to Home
go to
Depot.
a yeah, whatever, go to Home Depot. Yeah, whatever, whatever. I think that you know, you just never know. You never know what an outing can do for you in the aisles. You just never know who you're gonna run into. You don't know. I just feel like you should always expect life to surprise you.
Yeah.
And I was really pleasantly surprised that
Yeah.
my Sunday turned out to be better
Well,
than
I'm
how it
glad you
was
went.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get out of your own way and
You
just
do.
do. Yeah. I mean,
You do. You do. You do. You do.
yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
I agree
Hmm.
100%.
Hmm.
And you have any
Well,
closing thoughts? Anything you want to
no,
impart?
no. I mean, it's all about peace, man. It's all about peace. Peace within, peace within yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where
Well,
I'm at. That's where I'm at. Peace within
good.
myself. And I guess I got to get out of my house. But and
Well,
everyone else, no. I mean, we always say, you know, where exposure brings strength is always about acknowledging certain things and where you find the strength within
yeah.
those things, right? Where the stories that people have told that have been on our podcast, right? They come on, they tell their story, and where did they end
Yeah.
up in the end from crisis situations and terrible, terrible certain circumstances, but they come out on the other side and there is another side, and
Yes.
so even if you have been going down this rabbit hole of things happening and it seems repetitive and it's just not coming to fruition for you and you're not figuring it out, you know, take a quick timeout, figure yourself out first, and then things will start once you take care. My father said this to me and it came up 11 years ago in my memories on Facebook, just last week. And he wrote to me and he was like, you need to take care of yourself first. You can't take care of your house, your husband, your child, your dogs if you can't take care of you. If you are
Mm-hmm.
not okay, you need to be 100% in order to do anything else. So that's just not you taking care of everyone else because you're taking care of yourself. That's you being, I guess, getting out there and having a positive environment because you take care of yourself. Once you take care of yourself, everything kind of starts to that trickle down effect, no matter what it is in your life, you know?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's,
Um,
take a time out and
yeah, I
then,
mean, you have to do the work too. I mean, you have
yeah.
to be consciously aware when you're in feeling good,
Hmm.
not feeling well, guarding your mental health. If you don't know how,
Hmm.
ask for help. There's no shame in that. I mean, there's just so much out there. There's a lot of tools, but people sometimes like to, just stay in that, same shit, different
Hmm.
day dialogue.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit,
Hmm.
what it's
And
not worth it.
yeah.
whatever narratives that happen. You
Hmm.
can get, it could be, it's very easy to fall down that path.
Hmm.
But I think when you don't have experiences or exposure, enough exposure to getting around the right people or even
Hmm.
just getting intervention help, therapy, whatever that looks like. I mean,
Hmm. I mean,
everything looks,
we're in the Northeast, so let's be real. These winter months are terrible for
they're
people's health.
depressing. They
They're
are
depressing, they're
depressing.
sad, people get angry, they get depressed. Some people take it out on themselves, they take it out on other people. Like it's not just like your mental state and oh, am I mentally stable? It's are you in a funk and you need to get out of it? And it's could be just as simple as some small little funk you're in because of the weather,
Yeah,
right?
but you have to have an
Couldn't
awareness.
Right.
If
That is
you're
the
not
biggest thing.
aware
Mhm.
that, like, you're consciously aware.
But that's where
I
you
know
take your
I'm
time out.
consciously
But that's where
aware.
you right, and that's where you take your time out and kind of look back and say, okay, what is happening with me inside? Do I hate where I live?
Yeah.
That would be me. Um, do you not like, I mean, those things happen and then you start to get angry, right? Or you get upset so
Yeah.
it's just these little things. It could be something little that's triggering
Yeah, I agree.
a whole bunch of stuff, you
Yeah, it
know?
could be something little that makes it big, but you
Hmm.
could do small things too to, you know, get yourself
Yeah.
out of those, spaces. So no, keep
Go
on
to Home Depot.
keeping on.
Keep an eye. Go to Home Depot.
Go to
Is
Home
that a plug for
Depot.
Home Depot?
Oh gosh. Although I'm a Lowe's girl, so
Oh, well, Home Depot's the closest to me, but I only say that because there's some little things I need to do. And that's why the Home Depot came into my head as I was
yeah,
looking
I've got
around
like
as we're
lots of
talking.
yeah, I got lots of projects on deck, so not that I'm going to do anything this weekend, you know, project related, but
But once you do one thing, you get out of that funk.
oh,
You get out of the funk,
yeah.
right? We're coming into spring if it ever gets here.
It
I
is
mean,
here, but it's not
it's
really.
not really here.
It's
I
an
mean, let's be real.
extended winter.
I think it's going to skip. We're skipping spring and going right to summer. That's what I said the
Yeah,
other
I think
day.
so too. I think
Yeah,
so
which
too.
is fine with me. And then I can start my projects outside that I need to take
Mhm.
care of. I can't
Outside is good.
wait.
Outside is a good thing.
Hmm.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's
Yeah.
always great to be on the mic with you.
You too. You too.
And remember, everybody, you're listening to Web's Women.
Where exposure brings strength.